Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I noticed this with my son. He was playing soccer and just transitioning from hockey to soccer. He had some heel pain,
Yeah.
and we did the roller. Things were working,
Yeah.
but I watched one of your videos where you were grounding in the sand in the ocean, and I said, Wolf, let's get outside, first of all, get outside, get off the video games,
Yeah.
but take your shoes off and get your feet in the grass and in the sand.
Yeah.
And it was miraculous. The inflammation disappeared over one sleep. So how do you think grounding is important, or maybe the future of injury treatment for young elite athletes?
Yeah, so I think the modern day issues that we are having is being indoors with shoes, with electronics, with toxins. We just can't fight that. And there's just so much volume of that. We don't get outside enough. I've been a big proponent of grounding and nature is healing, like from long as I can remember. And I live here in Lower Mainland, BC. So we have the most amazing forests and beaches. So what grounding does is connecting your earth to your bare feet or walking around, on grass or sand or connecting it. So what we're doing is we're trying to rebalance our natural electrical energy to that of the earth, right? And so what happens is we're in our environments with our electronics, we pick up a lot of bad EMFs, right? And basically they're negative ions. Sorry, they're positive ions. They're positive ions, which are bad, which are lead to free radicals in the body, which leads to disease and all these things, and inflammation, right? And so what's cool about grounding is that it's like vitamin G, okay? You're putting in some vitamin G and you're getting in negative electrons. So negative electrons and positive electrons, they cancel out and they rebalance. And what's cool is there's been studies about inflammation, about in your blood, your red blood cells. And so when you have an inflammation, they clump together, and they're all clumping together. But what happens is when you ground, when you're outside in nature, all of a sudden these electrons, they rebalance, and then you create space in your red blood cells, right? So there's more flow, more better blood flow. And what is better blood flow as an athlete leads to better recovery, right? So if you have inflammation, again, just getting outside, rebalancing your body, there's so much benefits. And I think that's the thing. We all need to get outside every day. And that's one thing I do with my son. We're just going to the beach, but I know we're like, take off your socks, take off your shoes. There's a different level where you're connecting to the earth, and just got to do it. It's just back to our natural state, and we don't do it enough, especially as athletes. If they're skating in the arenas all the time, just allow yourself to recalibrate, and then get your nervous system to like relax, right?
It's interesting because I moved from the city, Toronto, up north 3 hours to Collingwood here.
Yeah.
And the young athletes are far superior in performance than in Toronto. And all the kids are out here riding their bikes. It's kind of like how you and I grew up.
Yeah.
It's more, let's go knock on doors, let's go fishing, let's go exploring. And they are connected to nature more. And there is a definite observation of higher level performance here.
Oh, for sure. Like we just got to get our kids, and that's, I think, the curse of our modern world is get your kid off the phone, get them into free play outside in nature, and just exploring and using their senses, right, to be more tactile on their feet, better, on rocks and climbing, and get them outside of the hockey, right? Because the hockey world, I mean, I opened my eyes to it. It is crazy. Like, I never thought I'd be a hockey mom like this, and I'd be like, oh yeah, no, but I'm trying not to be as intense, so we're trying to have a little bit more balance in our lives with all the things that we do, like nature.
Yes. If I could give any advice, just, be focused, be supportive, positive, but keep it fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're trying to be fun, and most importantly, that he stays healthy during the process, right? And so, like, the volume, I can see the volume of these kids. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm sure, like, when you played hockey, you didn't have any of that volume,
no.
Right? That they're doing now. Like, these, like, it is just, there's not even any time for them to rest, right?
Yeah, and a lot of driving for mom and dad.
Yeah. So parents need to roll too. Like, the amount of driving parents do, like, it takes a toll on the body, on the quads and their hip flexors and their back. Like, it's a great way at night, every family, not just a hockey player, should be rolling, right? They should be recovering and rolling, because it is exhausting doing tournaments every weekend. Like, meal prep, try to eat healthy, not eating out. And, I do my rolling, and I try to keep up my workouts so that I can, be with my kids when I'm like 80, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we as hockey parents, we want the best for our young athletes. And I think sometimes we ignore our own health, which can cause tension and stress, which then transfers to our young athletes. So we're trying to do the best for our athletes, but I think if we take care of ourselves as parents, we'll actually help our athletes get into that flow state and better performance. Would you agree?
Exactly. Kids and young athletes, they observe what's happening around them.
Yes.
So in our home, mom and dad are working out at night. This is our gym. We're working out at night. They see us active. I'm able to participate in drills with my son, right? I'm able to show. It's not just like, go do this, go do this. And I don't have to hire a coach every time to do something, because I have the skills to give my son a little bit, right? So I think that's the thing, is being able to be fit enough. And it really is just fun, right? Like, mom, dad playing with son, that's how it's supposed to be, right?